Good afternoon and welcome to another Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We come to you live from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as your Whalers Girls Varsity Basketball team will be hosting the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Happy to have you along here on the NSC on the Tube and NCTV locally in Super HD on Channel 1072. I am Chris Morris, the voice of Whaler Sports, alongside our Nantucket High School student crew, which consists of Annie Ard this evening. Happy to have her along as always. We've got Sean Davis working the behind the scenes. He's on controls tonight, so we'll see how that goes. And, of course, Charles in charge, the man, the myth, the NCTV legend, Charles Douglas, making sure everything goes smoothly. The Lady Whalers are 3-4 after a tough loss to Monomoy last night, 40-13 the final score. Cape Cod Academy still looking for its first win, but they have only played 4 games and are 0-4 on the season. Before we get to our actual game preview, I do want to take a moment and thank our founding sponsor for the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued that mission through their support of our live broadcasts of Whalers athletic events. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
I want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. As you can see, the Seahawks continuing their pregame warm-ups. For the Whalers, they had won 3 in a row before losing to the Sharks last night, but they are playing very well together. And in the 3-game win streak previous to last night's game, the Whalers had scored nearly 50 points in each contest. Marin Mooney leading the way. She continues to show why she is wearing the C on her jersey. In the win over Rising Tide Friday evening, the senior post player had a career game with 23 points, double-digit rebounds, and 4 blocks. This came in less than 3 quarters of play, as well as the Whalers handed the Herons their second loss of the season in convincing fashion. The final score, 47-14. The 3-guarded monster for head coach Angela Patterson continue to improve and gain confidence. Sophomore Grace Schroeder and the 2 freshmen, Chloe Washington and Ruby Stedman, have range beyond the arc and have the green light if left open. They also get after it on the defensive side, and in those 3 wins, the Whalers gave up just over 20 points a game and had their most lopsided win of the season in that Rising Tide 33-point win. There's also an opportunity for Coach Patterson to dive down into the bench and get some of those younger players some varsity-level experience. They may have that opportunity tonight, as we'll get into Cape Cod Academy's situation here. But can't fake that game speed, can't fake that varsity-level experience. Key to the future of the program, which obviously looks very promising as the Whalers have just the lone senior in Marin Mooney on the roster. But tonight's game provides another opportunity to get a league victory, and certainly get a little bit of confidence before heading into a very tough opponent, another tough opponent in that St. John Paul Lions game, which we will talk a little bit more about later on in the broadcast. So let's hope the Whalers can find their A game here this evening as they take the court here, and we'll get ready to finalize their pregame warm-ups. For head coach, for CCA head coach Morgan Horrigan will have to have her team play extremely well, especially on the defensive side of things, and try and force the Whalers off the three-point arc. They are very young. In fact, no upper-class student athletes on the roster. A sophomore will be the elder statesperson, Alex Parker, who will certainly start tonight. She only has 7 players dressed, so going to have to be a foul-free game for the Seahawks to just hang here and hope they have enough firepower to hang with Nantucket, as they have struggled to score, having yet to break 30 points in a game this year. And again, they've only played 4 games as well. So we will see if Nantucket can get back in the win column in a game they really should win, or whether they fall into that trap and play down to their opponent a little bit as the Seahawks look to spoil the fun here a little bit at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We will try and get a halftime interview with either one of the coaches. We might grab assistant AD Matt Hunt, who was hanging out in place of Travis Lombardi all weekend long as the festivities continued here. We had a great week last week, 5 games broadcasted live, and we will have another one of those weeks coming up next week. We got a double digit on the 25th over at the hockey rink, and it will be a full set of games coming on through the rest of that week, and a little bit lighter week next week, but that just means a bunch of games off island, including tonight's boys hoopsters, who are off island to take on the Nauset Warriors. Should be a good game, good matchup. Again, the Whalers looking to improve on their 6-2 record. Our next live broadcast is tomorrow night, as we will see the boys hockey team back in action at home as they face a tough DY squad. That is, of course, a co-op. But it is a league tilt. Nantucket 1-4 after dropping a close one to East Bridgewater off island. Haven't gotten the details on that one yet, but I'm looking forward to talking to Coach Moran tomorrow. And it was 4-3 the final. Again, we also have our senior swim meet over at the pool. So my suggestion here, head over to the pool. Watch the swim team at 5:30 as they continue their domination of league play. The girls won the Cape Cod Invitational over the weekend. Boys came in second. Bring your phone with you, of course, and stream us as we bring you the hockey game and watch at the pool. There you go. There's your plug for tomorrow's festivities. We are back here again on Thursday as the girls again host a very good St. John Paul Lions team. 7-1 are the Lions, and we'll chat about that obviously further into tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have a game preview on Thursday. So we're about a minute away from starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening tap. So we'll keep it right here as we get all set up for the Whalers playing host to the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, where your Nantucket Whalers will take on the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. For all in attendance today, please remember that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheers today. We hope that you will enjoy the game and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. And before we get our starting lineups, I do want to take a second and thank our two officials as we recognize this being MIAA and NFHS National Officials Appreciation Week. We'd like to recognize our two officials, Richard Lambert and Stephen Ippolito, for their services. Our officials obviously play a vital role in high school athletics, ensuring fair play, safety, and sportsmanship for all of our student athletes. And thanks again for appreciating and respecting our officials today. And now for our starting lineups, beginning with the Cape Cod Academy Seahawks. Number 1, Alex Parker. Number 2, Shelby Eldridge. Number 4, Maeve Lopes. Number 5, Kate Karstensen. And number 10, Annabelle Daklava. Head coach, Morgan Horrigan. And now put your hands together for this evening's Whalers starting lineup. Number 1, senior co-captain, Marin Mooney. Number 2, freshman, Ruby Stedman. Number 3, freshman, Chloe Washington. Number 11, sophomore, Grace Schroeder. And number 14, sophomore, Quinn Canty. Head coach, Angela Patterson. And now if we could all please rise for the playing of our national anthem. All right, Whalers Nation, we are all set and ready to go here for game number 8 for the Whalers. Just game number 5 for the Seahawks. It'll be Marin Mooney on the jump for the Whalers. And we'll see, again, if the Whalers can get into a little bit deeper part of their lineup and get some of those younger players into some varsity action here today. Mooney and the Whalers control the tap, and we are underway here from John Jay. Stedman into Washington, who drives it in. Off her leg, out of bounds, turnover. Seahawks get it across. Little man-to-man defense by the Whalers. Oh. Shot fake. 10 to shoot for the Seahawks. Drives in, tipped away, and stolen. Back come the Whalers the other way. Mooney up ahead of the pack, and she'll score. Whalers up 2-0 here, just underway from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC on YouTube and locally, of course, in Super HD and channel 1072. Schroeder providing pressure as the Seahawks have some dribbling on the perimeter here. Unable to gain an advantage. Karstensen turns it over. Canty up ahead to Washington. Washington with a one-on-one move over Lopes. She'll go up for the layup and put it in. Good finish of the fast break by Chloe Washington. Good defense without fouling by the Seahawks. Just 7 dressed here for the game, and a clean steal by Washington. Parker fouls Washington, and she hits the shot. She'll go to the line to complete the three-point play. First foul on Alex Barker, first on the team as well. And it looks like Coach Horgan's trying to get a timeout, but does not. Free throw by Washington, up and in. So 7-0 is the run. Coach Horgan does call timeout, and we will take it here in a moment. We'll be back here in a minute. The Whalers 7-0 to start the game. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. I want to welcome you back to live action here after the quick time from Coach Horgan. Whalers off to sprinting out to a 7-0 lead. 3 turnovers on 3 possessions make it, near turnover there. Again, good defensive pressure, stolen away by Mooney. She goes up and gets hacked from behind. The foul will be on number 5, Kate Karstensen. And it'll be Marin Mooney to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Chloe Washington's already got 5 points. Again, I was just a little, when I looked at the score from the Monomoy game, just a little shocked. I really thought the Whalers were going to give them a better game in general, and it was just one of those ones where Coach Patterson just said, we're going to scrap that. We're not even going to talk about it. We're just going to forget about it. Mooney splits the pair, and we're just going to move along because they just didn't show up for the game, and the Sharks took care of business and handed the Whalers their 4th loss of the season, showing why they are one of the premier teams in the league. Baseline drive and driving right out of bounds was number 4, Maeve Lopes, for yet another turnover here. That's 4 already in 4 possessions for the Seahawks. Schroeder stops into Mooney. She'll go up with the right hand. Misses. Canty on the other side. Puts it up with the left hand and in. The run is now 10-0. Another steal by Washington. She'll go up for the easy layup. 7 points for number 3 already. She's got a couple of steals. And another turnover for the Seahawks. And yet another steal by Washington. Got Stedman, but they will pull it back out and get some offense set up. Good screen by Mooney. And the Whalers lose it. Turnover number 2 for the Whalers. As Shelby Eldridge unable to get the pass across. And another foul on the Seahawks. That'll be team foul number 4. Her second foul on Parker. And the only 2 subs coming into the game. It'll be Quinn Canty replaced by Madden Myers for the Whalers. Baseline drive by Mooney. She goes up and misses the shot. Quick rebound by the Seahawks. Eldridge across the timeline against Stedman. Good defense, and Washington with another near steal. And the Twins Eldridge, actually, Leah Eldridge, number 20, into the game for the Seahawks. Also number 11 there, Vivian Stanny. And tipped away by Washington. 6 to shoot for the Seahawks. 3:57 to play here in the first. It's 12-0 Whalers. Three-pointer in the air, off the mark, no good. Seahawks get to the rebound. And that did not hit the rim, so a shot clock violation. So the Whalers will look to add to their 12-0 lead here. Chloe Washington leads the way with 7 for Nantucket. Could be worse. Mare Mooney's missed a couple of chippies, which just does not happen. She gets to the rebound, taps it back to Myers. Here's Schroeder for 3. Off the mark, no good. Right to Mad Myers, and she gets the quick putback for her first hoop of the evening. 14, the lead for Nantucket. Eldridge looking to gain an advantage. Good crossover, but lost it. Mooney picks it up, has Washington up ahead, and Washington will go up with the layup and miss. Cleared by Eldridge. She avoids Schroeder and gets it across the timeline. Nice handles by Eldridge. 3-point, no good, grabbed by Stedman. So CCA getting a couple shots here after 6 straight trips down and turning it over. Mooney gets it back, and she's hammered on the arm. No call. It will be Whaler basketball, however, as Rosie Sullivan comes in to replace Chloe Washington, who had 7 in the first quarter. Myers triggers, gets it over to Schroeder. She stops, thought about a 3. Gets it inside to Mooney, always a good call. But she's denied the right side. Good defensive positioning there and battling with Mooney inside is Vivian Stanny. Here's a 3 in the air by Schroeder, rolls off. Myers with another quick putback off the mark. And Mooney grabs in there and forces a held ball whistle, but it will be Seahawks possession. Doklova back in for the Seahawks, replacing Lopes. 2:25 and counting here in the first quarter. CCA looking for its first hoop here. Eldridge dribbles to the right side, backs it up, swings it. Deep 3 in the air, that's short. And good rebound by Myers. And Mooney gets it on the run. Little jump hook is short. So Maren Mooney unable to find the range here, but she'll grab it and force a held ball. Whistle once again as Eldridge was caught in a spot. So the Whalers get the possession arrow here as Retanya Phillips, 15, Kaylee Fowler. 1:59 here to play in the first. Into Sullivan. She evades the pressure. Schroeder lines it up and rolls it in and out. Fowler had it tapped out, but it will go off Kaylee Fowler and be the Seahawks basketball. Still looking for their first hoop. Eldridge to Eldridge. And Shelby dribbles it in, pass to the corner, shot up, no good. Fowler gains the rebound and quickly gets it over to Schroeder, who will bring it up. Schroeder keeps the dribble, gets it into Fowler. She quickly goes up. No foul called there. Schroeder grabs the deep rebound. Stedman with the pick and a clean steal by Eldridge. And Schroeder steals it right back. Inside to Myers, up for the easy layup. Second hoop for Madden Myers. And we're under a minute to play here in the first. So just to put this into perspective, on the court right now, we've got 4 8th graders and a 9th grader for the Seahawks playing varsity basketball. So a bright future for the Seahawks, but they are going to be tough sledding here for the next year probably. Tough spot as Schroeder provided the pressure in the corner and out of bounds. Another turnover for the Seahawks. Whalers have 27 seconds to operate. Shot clock is off. They can use it all if they so choose. Whalers have not hit a three-pointer here, but are up 16-0 as they have dominated the play in the paint. Inside, kicked around and stolen away. Schroeder with an aggressive play, and she'll get called for the foul. So first foul on Schroeder, team's first, come with 13 seconds to play here. So we'll see if the Seahawks can get off a last-second shot here and get on the board. And a clean steal by Stedman. She's got 5 seconds to operate, got to hurry. 2 seconds, 1, shot, counts if it goes. Oh, just off the mark. And the Whalers will head to the locker room with a 16-0 lead. And we'll be back with the second quarter of action. 8 minutes on the clock. Whalers up 16-0.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
I want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as the Seahawks will trigger it in. They were held scoreless here in the first quarter. Chloe Washington led the offensive attack with 7. Myers had 4. Marin Mooney with 3. And Quinn Canty with a lone hoop for the 16 points for Nantucket. 2-3 zone by the Whalers here to begin the second quarter of play. They forced 8 turnovers. Here's a deep 3. Rainbows off the back board and rim, no good. Cleared by number 45, Ratanya Phillips, who brings it up. Good grab by Stedman. Into the corner, Rosie Sullivan. Sullivan gets a screen, drives in, has a little room, puts up the short jumper, no good. Good take, though. And off the hands of Maeve Lopes, but she gathers and brings it up. Again, just an 8th grade. Actually, Maeve Lopes is the lone 9th grader. And they have one 10th grader, Alex Parker, who has 2 fouls, so she's on the bench to begin the second quarter. So for the Seahawks, it'll be a learning experience. Deep 3 in the air, no good, and that doesn't catch anything. It'll be back to the Whalers. Looking for their first hoop of the second quarter. Just a minute into play here in the second quarter. Whalers come in at 3 and 4 after losing to Monomoy. Sullivan left open, foot on the line. She banks it in. Rosie Sullivan. As the Seahawks will call timeout once again. Great looking shot there. Nice catch as well. As the Whalers extend the lead to 19-0. It looked like foot was on the line, but yeah, 18. So foot was on the line there for Sullivan. So we'll keep it here as, again, the Whalers start off well with a good drive and dish to Sullivan, her first hoop of the afternoon, as Marin Mooney also checks back in. Again, our next broadcast will be here tomorrow, and then a reschedule. It was supposed to be Friday night where the girls were going to take on the St. John Paul Lions. That will be Thursday night. So we've got games tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 in a row once again. Also want to mention that there is a big swim meet, the senior swim meet, senior recognition on Wednesday. So again, I mentioned it before. You can stream our game tomorrow night as the boys will get on the ice looking to pick up their second victory against DY. Stream that and go over and support our Whalers senior swimmers as they once again are dominating play in the Cape and Islands League. Seahawks across the timeline. Again, 2-3 zone. Sullivan at the top there. Good ball movement by the Seahawks. Good ball pressure, however, by the Whalers. Swung again. Stanny with 10 to shoot. They're going to have to drive into that middle. They'll figure that out, but then as soon as they do that, it's Marin Mooney sitting in front. That one a little closer off the back board and rim as the 3 ball once again off the air, off the mark. Inside, Mooney gets it tapped away. Good overplay by Stanny. And into the game for the first time, Molly Bedell replacing Madden Myers. Again, love Bedell's energy, and she will likely get some opportunities on the offensive end. Mooney inside, falls off, gets her own rebound, put back, and she's hacked. No call once again. Phillips in there just rips it away from the CCA player, Stedman. Inside to Mooney once again. She goes up with a little jump hook and hits. Stick-to-itiveness by Marin Mooney. Again, great positioning on those first couple of shots, and once again gets herself inside that little block area, and she is unstoppable. 20-0 now, the advantage, and a 3 in the air, off the mark, no good, and Eldridge able to get to it. Back outside, and Rosie Sullivan overplays and gets the steal for the Whalers. Up ahead, it's Mooney. Dribble, shot up, off the mark, no good. Put back, no good as well. Second put back is blocked. Bedell gets her shot blocked as well, so good defense by the Seahawks. Mooney with another short miss. As much as she was automatic from anywhere on the court the other night, she's having a tough go of it so far. But she does have 5 points for the Whalers. 20-0 our score. Shot off the front rim, no good. And Stedman chases it down in the corner and will dribble out of trouble. And gets the Whalers set up. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Whalers haven't given up a hoop as Mooney once again misses a chippy. She goes up with it, scores the hoop this time, and will look for the three-point play at the line. And the senior just too strong underneath as she battles and checks her lip for a little something from a shot to the face. Rosie Sullivan exits with a hoop. Marin Mooney hits the free throw. She's 2 for 2 from the line. She's got 8 to lead the way now for the Whalers. Again, 2-3 zone for Nantucket on defense. Eldridge. Shuffled the feet, no call. And again, shuffling the feet was Vivian Stanny. And Schroeder comes back into the game replacing Stedman, so she will likely play the point. It's Phillips, Bedell, Mooney, Washington, and Stedman. Driving in is Phillips, no good. Bedell battles for it. Unable to get the rebound, but Schroeder in good position with the steal against Eldridge. She'll back it out, get some friends in line. And Mooney gets to it. Couple of dribbles, pump fake, and shot off the rim, no good. Second attempt, she finally draws a whistle. Not the greatest game from the field for Marin Mooney, but she has already got 8 points. She's got 2 free throws at the 4-minute mark of quarter number 2. Whalers up big. Again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV, locally on channel 1072. And on the tube, Nantucket Sports Connection is the name of our channel. 2 free throws for Marin Mooney. She's 4 for 4 from the line, and she will be replaced by Quinn Canty. She's got 10 points here to pace the Whalers in the first half. Eldridge across the timeline as the Seahawks unable to dent the Whalers 2-3 zone. And kicked away, Bedell grabs it. And here's Washington. Up ahead, trying to get it to Canty, unable to do so. Eldridge with the steal. 5 turnovers for the Whalers as well. 3 ball in the air, off the board and in. That's a 3-pointer for Kate Karstensen. And CCA is on the board. Lead is 22, however, for the Whalers. Washington down the lane looking for Canty. Could have just gone up for the shot there. That's turnover number 6. Unofficial numbers on turnovers. Karstensen back to Eldridge. They swing it. Ends up in Lopes' hands. She takes a couple of dribbles and gives it back up. Clean steal by Washington. And she'll drive all the way in, go up with a shot and hit. Chloe Washington finishes off the fast break. You can check it out on the replay here. Good look. Right hand with the smooch. 27-3 now our score as we approach 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Corner shot up and off the iron, no good. Rebound shot blocked by Phillips. Seahawks still with possession. Stepping on the baseline was one of the Seahawks. Looked like Maeve Lopes, unable to keep her feet in bounds. And Kaylee Fowler back into the game for the Whalers. Here's Schroeder, cut off. Picks up her dribble, over to Phillips. Phillips has a lane, goes in and scores. Ratanya Phillips with her first hoop. Good strong move. Good positioning, good use of the body on the drive. Oh, just out of the reach of Schroeder. Good screen, shot off the backboard, no good. Good high screen up ahead, it's Canty. Canty up to Washington, unable to keep it in play, and Eldridge grabs it. It's turnover number 7 here in the first half by the Whalers. So it hasn't been a clean game for either team here. Here's a 3-pointer in the air, no good. And out of bounds once again, as Rosie Sullivan will replace Chloe Washington. Washington's got 9 here in the first half. Six Whalers have scored. Canty goes up for the easy layup there, her second hoop of the evening. Good position. The overplay unable to get to the ball for the Seahawks. And the lead extends to 28 points, 31-3. Eldridge looking for some help, gets so. Rainbow, no good from beyond the arc. That was a good looking shot though from number 5, Kate Karstensen. She's had a couple of pulls from beyond the arc. And Schroeder swings it over to Sullivan, who's left open. She's got one in the air. Oh, off the mark. Canty with the putback. Her second hoop here in consecutive possessions. And we're down to the final few seconds of the first half. 3 seconds. 2 going to be launched and traveling the call, but that will do it for the first half as the Whalers cruise to a 33-3 lead. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes with our halftime thoughts, see if we can grab an interview with maybe one of the coaches or a player. We'll be back here on the NSC and NCTV. 33-3 is our score.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
I want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, where the Whalers are up 33-3. We're at the half. Annie Yard in the center court here with a couple of our swimmers. They got a big senior meet coming up here on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Annie, what do the guys got to say, guys and girls got to say about the swim team?
All right, Whaler Nation. As you know, I'm Annie Yard. Today I'm here with
Sarah Salt.
Eli McKeever.
All right, so you got a swim meet tomorrow. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Nauset is a tough team, but we got this.
Yeah? So how do you feel like the swim season's going so far?
I think it's been going great so far. Got a lot of new boys this season. Girls are always doing great. Boys come on the comeback here. We're all going to qualify. We're all going to swim fast, and we're going to dominate the Cape.
I love that positivity. I love the encouragement from both the boys and the girls. Do you think that you guys are going to win state champs?
Well, I don't know if we're going to win states, but we have been undefeated for quite some time now.
Undefeated? That sounds amazing. We should get some more coverage on that. What do you feel?
Yeah, I agree. Senior meet tomorrow.
senior meet, guys. Show up, support the swim team. We love you. Do you love them?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's going to be a great meet. We're going to dominate them. Easy win.
All right, be there. Back to you.
Great stuff from Annie Ard, Eli McKeever, great Whalers 3-sport athlete. Of course, we will see him on the baseball diamond as well coming up in the spring, and great energy from Annie Ard as usual. Whalers are coming back on the court here, but we'll take one more quick break here and come back with the second half of action. Whalers up big over the Seahawks.
Boston Pops.
Who are you for Halloween?
We're in a tough situation, but you guys battled back.
Back to pass Lombardi's got a man in the end zone. Caught, touchdown!
Shot, it rolls in, it's good. You got a tie ball game.
It's ahead. Gets it.
Loading is open.
Thank you very much.
My mark? Hit my mark? Hit your mark?
We're so glad that you were involved and you enjoyed the films.
I get to put this out into the community today, and I was really excited about that.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
We're just getting started.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
Want to welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as the halftime festivities are about to wrap up here. The Whalers are cruising to a 33-3 halftime lead. Again, the CCA Seahawks playing with a depleted lineup and a very, very young lineup indeed for Coach Horrigan, and they are doing the best they can, but they just mustered one field goal make in the first half. Marin Mooney led the Whalers attack with 10 points despite having a bit of an off night from the field. She is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Chloe Washington has 9 points. Madden Myers with 4, as you can see. The Whaler girls are having a little bit of fun here. We've had some fun over the last week and a half here at the gym as both teams have owned John Jay here. And again, despite a loss in their last game to Monomoy, these girls have played very well and feel very confident here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. To round out the scoring, Quinn Canty with 6, couple of hoops from Rosie Sullivan and Ratanya Phillips. The lone bucket was scored by Kate Karstensen for the CCA Seahawks, who come in at 0-4 and will likely drop to 0-5. But it is not for a lack of effort. They are continuing to play again. They have 9 8th graders, 1 9th grader, and 1 10th grader on the roster. And 4 of those players are not dressing tonight, so a very short bench for Coach Morgan Horrigan. But the girls are continuing to fight and continuing to play, and you have to tip your cap to that. And we also tip our cap to our 2 referees here in Referee Appreciation Week. Richard Lambert and Stephen Ippolito with the whistles, as they are doing their best to keep everything fair and safe, and a great job from both of them this evening. It'll be Whalers to put it in play here and start things for the second half. We are underway here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Again, we'll see how long Coach Patterson goes with the starters here. Going to be an opportunity to play pretty much the whole bench inside. Good look to Quinn Canty up with the left, and a score. She now has 8 in the game. Good quick look here and a good pass over the shoulder, as you can see on the replay. 2-3 zone by the Whalers here, as this will likely leave some outside shots. Good tap by Stedman, who got a piece. Mooney not looking for it, but it'll be Washington to bring it up across the timeline into the forecourt. Here's Schroeder. Looks inside again to Canty with position. Rolls off the rim, but Quinn Canty will shoot 2 free throws for the Whalers. So the Lady Whalers will host St. John Paul on Thursday right here. We will cover that game. That was initially scheduled for Friday, so I'm sure all of you have already marked your calendars to tune in for Thursday's game. Same time, tip-off at 5 p.m. And we are over at the Bog tomorrow, the Nantucket Community Ice Rink, for some boys hockey. 3-ball in the air, off the back iron, no good. Long rebound cleared by Stedman. And the Whalers hockey 1-4, but in the playoff hunt, as they are in the top 32. Canty quickly up, no good. And rebound control by the Seahawks. Eldridge gets it over on the left wing. Pump fake, 3-ball in the air, and good! Kate Karstensen with another 3-ball, and the lead remains at 30. The Whalers will have to at least keep her honest. 3 by Schroeder, no good. And here's Karstensen on the run. She stops, gives it up. Tapped out by Stedman. Back to Karstensen. She's open again. Off the iron, off the mark, no good. Canty with the quick outlet. But it'll be Schroeder slowing it up. And no one picks her up. She launches from 3, buries it. Grace Schroeder with her first hoop of the evening, but it is a 3-pointer, and the Whaler lead now extends back up to that 33-point mark. Three ball off the backboard, no good, and controlled by Mooney. Stedman not looking for it, able to get to it. Quickly inside to Mooney, who goes over to Canty. Great look. Good inside passing, and that is point number 11 for Quinn Canty. Rebound grabbed by Stedman on the miss from the Seahawks. Inside, Mooney left all alone. She'll flip it up and in for points number 11 and 12. Whalers have 4 bodies waiting to come in as Coach Patterson will try and rotate her players in. Clean steal by Schroeder. She stops, and it's kicked by the Seahawks out of bounds, so it will remain Whaler ball. 30 left to shoot. And it's Sullivan, Myers, Phillips, and Fowler into the game. The lone starter is Grace Schroeder, who remains in the game to run point. 4:26 to play here in the third. Whalers up big. Inside, Phillips gathers, regathers, puts it up and in. Britannia Phillips with her first hoop here in the second half. She had a hoop in the first half as well. 45-6 is our score. Phillips with good denial defense on the baseline. Deep shot up. And fouled on the three-point shot is Eldridge, Shelby Eldridge, fouled by Grace Schroeder. She'll go to the line, and she'll have 3 shots. Eldridge, the twin. Leah is her twin sister. I want to say hello to my little twins back watching intently as they hopefully are getting ready for some dinner. Free throw up and good by Eldridge. Second free throw also off the back iron, no good. And we get one more free throw because it was a 3-point shot. Third free throw, rolls off. And cleared by Fowler. Here's Schroeder. To the right wing, gets it inside. Fowler unable to gain an advantage as Schroeder dances the baseline underneath the hoop. Good take by Phillips. She goes up for the shot and puts it in. Ratanya Phillips with back-to-back hoops for the Whalers. Good take inside the middle. 3:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Whalers up big. Here's Schroeder. Good defense by Eldridge, forces the switch. Here's Sullivan inside. And going to be a held ball. It will be Seahawks basketball. Eldridge across the timeline. Pass goes off the leg of Phillips. She gets it and is off and running as the Whalers will look to add to the 47 points they have. Grace Schroeder into the lane. Quick jumper. Good. Nice little floater by Grace Schroeder. She's got 5 here in the quarter. Eldridge gets it back. Little give and go in the corner. Nobody home, and Sullivan taps it. Remains Seahawk basketball. as Molly Bedell into the game for Grace Schroeder. So all second team line up for the Whalers. Phillips, Bedell, Sullivan, Fowler, and Madden Myers, the 5 for Nantucket. As we approach 2 minutes to play here. Dribbling into a good-looking three-pointer, banks it, just off the mark. Phillips dribbles out of pressure. Gets a high screen by Sullivan. She dribbles into the lane and puts up the shot, no good. Fowler taps it over to Myers. Sullivan unable to get to it. Good defense on the overplay by Vivian Stanny for the Seahawks. Minute 42 left here on the clock in the third quarter as Eldridge gets ready to come back in. Wide open is Phillips. She puts up the shot, rolls off the rim. Fowler battles for it. Whalers get to it. Bedell in the corner. Back up to Myers, over to Sullivan. And she loses it. Again, good overplay by Stanny to force the turnover. Karstensen leads the Seahawk attack. She'll take a quick break. She's got 6 points. As we're just over a minute to play here in the third quarter. Here's Eldridge, over to Eldridge. Traveling the call as a couple of hop steps there by Maeve Lopes. Phillips drives in, left side, loses it, and a turnover. Minute 6 left in the third quarter. Whalers have scored 49 points here already through just under 3 quarters. Their season high is 51. Quick jumper off the glass, no good. Fowler over to Phillips. Tanya Phillips will get it across the timeline, gets it over to Sullivan. She cuts through. Sullivan drives to the right side, puts up the shot, no good. Myers able to dribble it out. Did not hit the rim, so just 5 seconds to shoot for the Whalers. Gonna have to put it up here in a hurry. Phillips gets it up off the rim. That resets the shot clock, but the Whalers unable to corral the rebound. 29 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Shot clock is off. Seahawks can use the entire clock if they so choose. Eldridge over to Lopes. Cross court. Karstensen. Oh, excuse me, Stanny. Handoff. Good defense by Fowler. Jumper off the mark. Fowler gets it up to Phillips. 2 seconds. One, got to shoot it. And the Whalers will just dribble it out. We'll take a quick break here and come up with fourth quarter of action here. The Whalers have already scored 49 points. We'll be back. Whalers up big.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to live action here as the girls put it in play for the beginning of the fourth quarter, and Stedman loses it out of bounds for a turnover on the first possession. Whalers in a very comfortable lead here. They've already scored 49 points. Here's a deep three, banked in by Eldridge. Good shot from Shelby Eldridge. Again, just in 8th grade, she's got 4 points. Bedell gathers it back outside to Sullivan. Tough pass for Fowler to handle. And she looks for some help. Sullivan gets it in the corner, back out to Stedman, who steadies things. Fowler on the outside. Sullivan dribbles it over to Myers. Wide open is Stedman for 3. Off the rim, no good. She had to launch a little rushed, but the Whalers, again, trying to use the shot clock here a little bit, and kind of got caught there behind the clocks. Eldridge loses it. Stedman gave a chase, but gave Eldridge the possession. Extending the zone is Stedman. Under 10 seconds to shoot. Shot goes off the rim and out of bounds, but pretty good offense there despite the near turnover. And so Karstensen with 6 and Eldridge with 4, the offense for the Seahawks. The Whalers have 6 players that have scored at least 1 hoop. Here's Stedman, who has yet to score, the freshman. Inside it's Fowler. She's fouled, no call. Gets it back outside to Stedman. And that will do it for another shot clock, as the Seahawks played some pretty good defense there on that possession. I stand corrected, 7 different scores for the Whalers. Inside it goes, back outside. Stedman, good defense by the Whalers. And Bedell with the steal. And the Whalers head back the other way. Inside, it's Bedell who jump stops and travels. 5:28 to go. Nice look from our crew there. Karstensen thought about it. Good job by Fowler. Here's a short jumper off the top. Fowler clears the rebound up to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it across the timeline, gets it set up here, and picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Stedman. Inside to Bedell, off the mark, no good, gets it back, fouled, and count the hoop. Molly Bedell with the and one opportunity. Got the offensive putback by the sophomore, and she'll look for her 3rd point at the free throw line. That's 4 fouls on number 10, Annabelle Daklova. Bedell free throw, off the rim, no good. She battles for the rebound. Fowler ends up with it, and she's fouled. So 51 points matches the Whalers' highest offensive output for the season. Fowler can add to it here, looking for her first points of the evening. Off the back of the rim, no good. Another free throw upcoming for Fowler. Again, stay with us as we will have some post-game chats. See who we can grab. Second free throw off as well. And the Seahawks clear the rebound. 4:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Whalers in complete control. They will even up their record at 4-4. The Seahawks will drop to 0-5. Three-pointer banked in again. Eldridge with some late banking hours for the Seahawks. Count all three, however. 51-13 our score. Inside it goes to Sullivan. No good. Fowler with the putback. And her first points of the evening. The 8th Whaler to score here. And they have a new season high for points in 53. Over and back will be the call. Not the call, as Eldridge apparently saved it. Deep three, rainbowed up, no good, and Fowler will let it bounce out of bounds for the Whalers' possession. Britannia Phillips back into the game, replacing Stedman. So Stedman, one of the lone Whaler to put any time on the court to not score. And inside it goes to Fowler. She goes up with a shot, unable to get to it. Gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Strong moves from Kaylee Fowler for the hoop as we approach 3 minutes to play in what will be victory number 4 for the Whalers. Karstensen, who's got 6. Quick shot from Leah Eldridge. Not good, but good looking jumper. Here's Phillips. Good crossover. The floater is partially blocked. And out of bounds to the Seahawks. Nice crossover dribble by Britannia Phillips, however. And it is Whaler basketball, apparently. As the shot was blocked out of bounds. Quickly into Myers. Off the iron. Fowler on the backside there for the putback. She's got 6 here in the quarter. As the Whalers are approaching 60 points for the first time this season. 57 already in the books. 3 ball in the air for the Seahawks, no good as Fowler clears the rebound. Here's Phillips. Again, crosses over to the left. And got to call something there. 20. Leah Eldridge called for the foul. Just the 3rd team foul, so no free throws. It'll be Sullivan to trigger it for the Whalers. Phillips to the left side. Again, crosses over. Gets it tapped out as Fowler gathers it. Sullivan. Dribbles in. Good pass inside to Myers. Tapped out of bounds, though. Good recovery on defense. By Doklova. Shelby Eldridge heads to the bench. She's got 7 to pace all scorers for CCA. Foul called underneath. It'll be Fowler to the line for 2 more. She leads the way here in the fourth quarter. She's got 6 of the Whalers' 8 points. And we'll head to the line looking for more. Minute 43 left here in the fourth quarter. And what will be victory number 4 for the Whalers. First free throw up and good. Second free throw, no good. Myers is there, gets it over to Bedell. Bedell into Phillips, who goes up with the shot, no good. Fowler's there for the rebound, but off her hands, out of bounds. Minute 35 left. Karstensen gives it up. Here's Eldridge. Good recovery by Myers. Karstensen left open for three. Ow, off the mark. Fowler clears the rebound. Good look from Karstensen. She's hit a couple here already. She's got 6. And Shelby Eldridge with 7. The 2 scorers for CCA. Here's Bedell. Tries to get it over to Myers. Sullivan. Over to Phillips. Good offense by the Whalers. Phillips keeps control of it. Tapped out of bounds. And must have been Phillips to touch it last. Under a minute to play here. Thanks again for joining us here in the NSC and NCTV. We'll be back at it tomorrow over from the Bog as the Whalers boys varsity hockey team will take on the DY Co-op Dolphins in a huge league tilt. Hope you can join us there. 5:15 is when the puck drops. We're live at 5 from the Bog. 15 seconds to shoot for the Seahawks. Karstensen caught in a tough spot. Good defense by Sullivan. She gets a screen, launches off the front iron, no good. And out of bounds to the Seahawks. Under 20 seconds to go. Whalers get their defense set up. Inside it goes to Eldridge. Eldridge back outside. Here's Karstensen with down to 10 seconds to shoot for the Seahawks. Karstensen fires off the front iron, no good. Run down by Eldridge. 2 seconds, 1, and that will do it for the game. The final score, 58-13, as the Whalers dominated from the opening tap, outscoring the Seahawks 16-0. They held a 30-point lead at the half and cruised to a victory. Again, got to tip your cap to the CCA Seahawks playing with 8th graders, 9th graders, and 1 10th grader. So Coach Morgan Horrigan has a bright future for the Seahawks, but the future is now for this Whalers team as they pick up yet another league victory. And we'll get Annie Ard down there after we take a very quick break. Again, want to acknowledge our officials as it is Officials Appreciation Week here in the MIAA, and happy to have them along here. We'll be back here on the NSC and NCTV with some post-game chats. Come on back here as Annie Ard will head down to the ground floor here. Whalers win, going away, 58-13, the final.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
first hoop. Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Well, welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. As you can see, we've got a couple of players that Annie Ard is going to chat with. The future of the Whalers here. Ruby Stedman, Chloe Washington, both freshmen. They had great games, as did the Whalers. They won going away against the Seahawks. Annie, take it away.
As you know, Whaler Nation, I'm Annie Ard. Today I'm here with
Ruby Stedman
and
Chloe Washington.
All right, we have two freshman starters. How are we feeling so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Great.
So, as you know, this was, I don't know if you do know, but this was your best scoring game with 58-13. What was your mindset going into the game?
Just like be really aggressive and like going fast and hard and like have a good game.
I do got to say you were very aggressive. The other team had 15 turnovers in the first half. Majority were from you, and you got 9 layups. So, was that your favorite shot, or is that just your most practice?
The easiest, I think, in most practice, definitely, yes.
Most practice. What's your most practice shot?
Probably layups too, yeah, crucial to win the game.
That's true, that's true. All right, so you guys are both freshmen, which means you're leading the future. Are you sad to say goodbye to your seniors?
Our two seniors, Marin and Natalie, yes, we're going to miss them very much. Marin's definitely like a key player in our team, and it's going to be really different without her next year.
You guys are going on to 4 wins, I think? Yeah, 4 for 4. Are you guys just so happy to be coming off of a great season and excited for next year as well?
Definitely. I think we took a tough loss yesterday, and we have 3 hard games coming up, but I think that with the energy we had today, we can definitely turn the season around.
You guys definitely got a lot of support from NCTV, from the crowd, from your players. You guys had a great game. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Back to you.
Great stuff from Annie Yard, and again, the future of Whalers hoops for sure. Ruby Stedman and Chloe Washington, both starters and very big contributors for Coach Angela Patterson and the Whalers. We'll be back at it, as I said, tomorrow, as you can check out all the boys hockey action as we head over to the Bog. And we've got a great exchange from Madden Myers. Show us that shirt, Annie. Show us that shirt. There's Annie Yard and Madden Myers. Of course, a 3-sport athlete, Madden Myers and Annie Yard representing a shirt. She is the soccer goalie as well as a lacrosse player and a very big contributor here on the basketball court as well. Whalers win big going away. We'll get out of here, Whalers Nation. Join us again tomorrow as the boys hockey will take on DY from the Bog. Whalers win big. Have a great night, Whalers Nation. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Nantucket Community Television. My name is Jackie Vignon, and I am going to be hosting the 28th annual Boston Pops concert here on Nantucket Island. Come join me at Jetty's Beach, and we are going to interview some of the locals and see what they think about the Pops. Where are we today, Tom?
We're at the Pops. Boston
the Pops.
Pops, the 28th annual Boston Pops down at Jetty's Beach. It's awesome.
Yes, it
Perfect
is.
weather, perfect day. Going to be a perfect night. Drones, fireworks show, the whole deal.
Now, are you excited for the Bruce Springsteen cover band?
Yes, love Bruce Springsteen. One of my first concerts I ever went to was Bruce Springsteen back in D.C., Washington, D.C.
How many years have you been coming to see the Boston Pops?
This is my first time in like 7 years, actually. Yeah, I think I've been once when I was like 12.
So how excited are you for the Bruce Springsteen cover band tonight?
I'm so excited, especially because the Bruce Springsteen biopic is coming out this year. So